Hey everybody, welcome back to my stream. I should say welcome back to our art room. Um, and I say our because we're all just part of the big old family, right? Okay, so I was working in this one a couple days ago, and I think I'm gonna work in it again today. Hi Kim, how are you? Okay, I do have one new thing to show you. Um, I did get I ordered uh, okay, a Jelly Roll glaze pen because everybody keeps telling me they're not going to make these anymore. I don't know if they are or if they're not. I have no clue. But just in case they don't, I ordered me one. So this will go into my extras, and we'll keep it in here until we need it. I see that. Now we can call you KSC. This is all my extra gel pens. Okay. And I brought my M&R sharpener in here just in case. I did remember to do that. I like how my water turned out. Hi, Lori. Somebody told me, actually, a few people told me that they weren't going to be making the clear glitter jelly rolls and the clear, well, yeah, the clear glaze. Um, so, like I said, I have no idea if it's true or not. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I heard. So, I like how the water turned out. I need to darken this up just a little bit. Um, but other than that, I think it looks really good. Well, I don't know about really good, but for me, for water, it looks really good. I don't do water well. So, how are you guys doing? Everything's going, eh, okay here, I guess. My son's girlfriend lost her grandpa day before yesterday. So that's always sad. Okay. Fixing your name. What's wrong with your name? I thought you just fixed your name. Now what are you doing to your name? Yeah, it's just kind of a day, you know. For a Sunday, it just kind of. I wasn't sure I was gonna do the stream because Foxy Colorist and View had a stream scheduled for 4 o'clock. And usually everybody that comes over here goes over there, so I didn't want to interrupt their stream. And you know me, I can never do a stream for just an hour. Okay, so let's do this little bit of water up here. If I can find the pencils I was using. Because the other day I pulled out different pencils, so now I've got all kinds of pencils kind of scattered all over the place. But that's just it is what it is. I use that a lot, you guys. It is what it is, because it's true. You're not gonna do nothing about it. It happened. Either go with it or you sit and moan and weep about it when there's really nothing you can do besides, take care of whatever needs to be taken care of and move on. Okay. I'm going to try to keep these over here and those over there. Yeah, Miss View had some surprising out-of-town guests coming, so kind of a last-minute thing, I guess. Yeah, I'm kind of like really surprised because, well, it's new too. So not everybody's used to me coming on on Sundays yet, so I'm sure it wasn't something that was meant. See how sharp that makes those pencils? Just a couple little turns. So let's see. What is happening around here? You guys, it was totally not meant to happen this way. But yeah, I swear sometimes I wonder about myself. So my husband went hunting yesterday. And me and the dog were here, which is, no big deal. So, he hunts until it's dark. And I'm one of those people, I'm here by myself. So at dark time, I always make sure my doors are shut and locked. They don't have to be, but I always make sure they're shut and locked. And, he has a key, so that's not a big deal. So, Yeah, our one door, without going into like too much grave detail, our one door that goes from our breezeway to the main door, it's like you open the breezeway door and then you go in and you step up into another door. Anyways, that lock is messed up, so we don't use it. Well, when I shut and locked the door yesterday, somehow I seriously don't know how, but somehow that lock got turned. So, I didn't know it. So I let the dog in, and then I'm sitting there playing my games on my phone, kind of just type of thing. And the house is quiet, and dogs chilled out. I ended up falling asleep, which no big deal, but I locked him out of the house, you guys. Yep. I woke up to him beating on the door. Can you let me in? Because I keep my phone um, on silent. Why, I don't know. I think it was a thing from when I was working midnights, and I really got to stop doing that because, like, I can't hear it when it rings because it's on silent. So yeah, he goes, I take it you didn't have your phone on. I'm like, nope. So yep, I locked my old man out of the house yesterday. I'm like, well, at least you didn't have to climb through a window, right? A couple of years ago, we both got locked out of the house because he didn't grab his keys when we left. And I didn't have mine with me because I thought he had his, so we both got locked out, and I ended up having to climb through a window. It's like, seriously? So that was the woohoo of my weekend. All right, so that one's done. Let's do um am I still here, y'all? Hard telling with my internet. I My internet's all janky all the time, so I usually have no idea. So I thought, hold on, I'll tell you what I thought. That these were like clouds or something. No, I know these are, but these almost look like they're the mist from the water fountain. I'm not sure what's happening here. But we're going to make most of these look like, I don't know, mist or dark clouds, or I'm not sure. They'll look like something. What? I don't know, but something. I didn't stop to think about all the water in this page. Hi, babe. How are you? Oh. I am just kind of. Oh, you guys. Oh. I don't know why this wasn't the first thing out my mouth. My little, I shouldn't say little, but my granddaughter had her very first homecoming last night. I so wish I could show you all her pictures, but I can't. I mean, I could, but I'm just not gonna. Talk about stunning. I mean, absolutely stunning. Just, I know she's my granddaughter, and I'm probably like one of those people that, she was going to be stunning no matter what. But no. She was breathtaking. Just, yeah. And I'm sending you something. One is the night of. Two is the day before where she got her hair cut. I'm just, it's just, I know, she's just, she's grandma's apple. She just is. She always has been since the day she was born. So she has long dark hair, and I mean long. And she wore an emerald green dress. She was just stunning. Hi, Callie. How are you? Okay, when that dries, I gotta darken that water up just a little so you can see it a little better. Okay. I think I'm going to do what is this? No, I don't want that color. Why is this one broke? Did you, Ange, did you get um, the picture? Any luck with what? Kim, you're funny. Isn't she? She's just absolutely just gorgeous. It's like, wow. I'm gonna have to like turn into bodyguard slash private eye slash um mob grandma. That way I keep them all away from her. Mob grandma coloring. There you go. You know, I always thought I worried about my kids when they were younger, growing up, but man, oh man. It's a scary world out there. Um, so anyways, her and her very, very, very best friend have kind of grown up together. And not kind of, no, they have grown up together. And so my granddaughter is so active in like sports and cheerleading and stuff like that she hasn't really. She's had crushes on boys, but it's not her main thing. She's not like boy crazy or anything. So, and neither is her best friend. Her best friend's kind of like, she's into soccer and that type of thing. So it was so cute. They invited each other to the homecoming. They were each other's dates. It was so sweet. And I'm kind of happy about that. Hi, Miss Taylor Made. Hi, Blue Skies. Hi, Bamboo Cat. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad y'all are here. It just makes me feel good that everybody's here. Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, this looks like little round glass things to me. And in all reality, it's probably like round like cement balls or something because it's holding up a fountain. But I think I'm going to make mine glass. And I think I'm going to do it with just a little bit of yellow in it and some this glaze pen, it gets sticky, so you have to make sure nothing's stuck on it. And a little bit of glazed pen. Is that coming out? Feels like it's coming out. Yep, it's coming out. So we will see how that will turn out. Because it's like kind of glassy. All right, we got a birdfish. And we got a few caterpillars. And then we got the grassy area right here. Callie, did one of yours have prom? Because I'll tell you what, you see those girls all cleaned up and in their dresses and their hair done and their makeup on, and it's like, oh my goodness, they look years older than what they should be. Mine definitely doesn't look her age, that's for sure. That's the scary part. Okay. I'm going to keep those pencils over there because I don't want to get them mixed up. And then I just seen it. I knew I should have pulled it out. I'm finding all the colors I was looking for earlier. It's like, really? Finding all the things that you don't need. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm not sure what green I used. I hate when that happens. So hopefully this is it. Yeah, that's absolutely the way it happens. Um, Mine's 14, looking like she's going in. You know, she should be going into college or something. It's ridiculous. Yep. It's like, where does the time go? And I used to, when her mom and dad had something to do, I used to get her. They'd call me up and say, hey, Mom, this is happening, and can you take her for the night or for the weekend or whatever? Oh, I loved it. It's like, absolutely. Don't have to ask me twice. Now it's like, is she coming over? No, she's going to so and so's house, or no, she's doing this. Like, doggone it. So we're grateful with the time that we do get, but it's a lot less than it used to be. Mine's 14. 14 going on 25. She, yeah. She's just getting into that newfound little bit of freedom. Right? It's the sometimes that really, 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 really sucks. She's my only grandchild, and I probably won't have any more because um, my son is divorced and doesn't plan on getting remarried anytime soon. And my daughter has MS, so she won't be having any more kids. She says she's done, which is understandable. Um, so this one is my first and my only. And I have to say, with the world the way it is right now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I mean, I wished I had, a shit ton, but God made it this way, so this is the way I accept it. And we just spoiled this one rotten. I just got done having that conversation with my granddaughter. I said, don't rush getting older. I said, because when you I just want to be, 20 years old and on my own and blah, 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 blah. I said, when you get there, you're going to wish that you were right back where you're at. She says, oh, I don't wish for it, Grandma. She's having too much fun where she's at. And she's right. She probably don't wish for it. She's just a little snot. Oh, I was going to color something and it went like... I lost it. Okay. So yeah, it's been an interesting time with watching her grow up and seeing the type of person she's becoming, and it's just like I said, it was amazing with my kids and scary, but now it's super scary and twice or double amazing. I don't know, it's different. It's different. Like, I want to hear about everything and I want to see everything. And I think it was because, when you're a mom and you're raising your kids, you've got the mom thing, and then you got the wife thing, and you got the doctor thing, and the taxi driver thing. You don't have time to just breathe and relax and watch. You see it and you're amazed by it, but you just don't have that time like a grandparent does. And it's amazing to see your kids, your babies, what their babies are doing. It's one of those things that it's so hard to explain. I used to laugh at my mom because, my kids would get away with more things than we would. And then my grandkids, which would be her great grandkids, got away with a heck of a lot more than any of us did. And so it's just kind of fun and amazing to watch. Okay, enough about kids. Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do. Grandkids are like the best thing that ever happened. Now, like I said, I love my kids more than life itself. But me and my grandbabies are her grandbaby. They're it. We were talking about something. I don't remember what it was. And I said, see, Papa and I can be hip grandparents. She goes, Grandma, don't ever say that word again. So I guess hip is not a word anymore. Which, I'll say it a lot now because she told me not to, but I can contest to everything that Angela is telling you right now. Why? Because she's with her granddaughter the same way I'm with mine. We're obsessed. Our grandkids are what keep us breathing. Just use this one. Tomorrow we gotta do the monthly or the week, every 2 week shopping or whatever it is. I haven't been yet and I really need to. We've used all the lemon juice in the house for all the canning. have any lime juice for any canning. I don't know what those are, so they're brown. Right now, we have tomato paste cooking in the crock pot. And I think that's going to take a while. It's going to be one of those things that I think we might regret doing. I really, really, really do. So I have no idea how I want to do these. And since there's so much water on this page, I'm not sure if I want to do them light blue, or if I want to put a little gray in them. Hmm. Okay, so I'm just lightly going around the edges with, hold on, I'll tell you. With cloud blue and 30% cool gray. And it actually looks really kind of cool. Took a sip before I came in here. I took a sip of my hop today, and it went down the wrong pipe. And I coughed so hard that it literally hurt my head. And now I've got like just a slight like headache feeling, you know? Like, I got that little, you can feel it there, but you know, it's not real bad to make you say, oh crap, I got a headache. It's just annoying, that's all. Autumn scenes. Do you have Autumn Harvest? You said you were going to look. Because that's the new one that I just got. I mean, it's not new, but it's new to me. And then I got Autumn Charm. I thought I had Autumn Scenes, but I don't know. I'll have to look again. Oh, what was the other Christmas? What was the Christmas one you got? I think I have it. Um, it'd probably be easier if I just looked in the book. Although it's not updated because I don't think I wrote it, a lot of them down when I first got them. I got the Nutcracker. It's Saturday Evening Post Christmas Classics. I have that one. I have Christmas Mandalas. I have Snowflake Mandalas. Enchanted Christmas. Christmas Florals. Christmas Gnomes. I know there's all the Christmas ones I got. That might be all the creative Christmas ones I got, you guys. Me. You might have to order me a couple Christmas ones. I don't think I have a tree. I don't have a Teresa Goodrich Christmas book, really? Huh. Y'all, sometimes I wonder. Your collection is not a collection until you have a Teresa Goodrich Christmas book. Well, it's going to have to wait till next year anyway, because it's getting closer, and I want to finish up my holiday stuff, so I will be watching what I do till after the holidays. I bought me a couple of, it was a 2-pack, so not a couple, just a pack of, um, I went to buy another Tombow. Well, these are really cool, and I love these. These are like this is my favorite eraser. But this was like, I don't know, like $9 or $10 just for this. And they had ones that looked identical to it for like $5. So I'm hoping those are just as good. We shall see, because I also had a coupon, so it cost me like $3. So that was I think my Prime Day buy. And it wasn't even Prime Day, so they it was not a Prime Day sale. And I think the only reason I did it is because every time I came in here, I left that out in the living room. And I was getting tired of not having one in here. So this was a packet of 2. And I'm not going to replace the battery operated one, because it just, I don't care for it. Like, I hardly ever really use it. I just prefer my little tiny Tombow. Oh, I think I just put my hand in my glaze. I did. I did. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do, where did I put that? Oh, shit. Make sure you clean your erasers off, you guys. You don't want to do what I just did. I think we talked about that last time. So what I'll do is I'll take my Posca. I'm not going to do it right this second. I'm just going to show you guys. And I'm going to dot all these little tiny dots in here. All these little black ones. And I'm only going to do it like towards the bottom. Maybe a little bit up a little. And that way it'll make it look kind of like a mist. And then if we need to add a little bit more blue, we can. Like, you know how the water looks when it like hits the bottom of something and it's got that white mist coming up? That's how that's going to look. You can see that's the way it looks right there. So that's the way it's going to look. Kind of over here when I'm done. It'll look the same way. I just threw a couple down just, but yep. Cover that big black line, and then it will look more like mist. But I'm not going to do all that right there. Then it's going to take a little bit. You guys will get totally bored watching me do this. All right, let's do a dragonfly. I'm trying to think, like, what are these called? Dragonflies. Oh, we need to do some little, let's do the little flowers first. Okay, we got those are orange. Let's do these ones like a pink. Excuse me, that was really, 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 really rude. I'm thinking because this is tropical, we're gonna not have a whole lot of colors in here, but we're gonna have quite a few. We're still gonna have to try to keep it a little balanced. I mean, I don't want to use all 150 of them. A lot of this is just getting done kind of straight coloring because it's so small that trying to shade it is just not going to happen. It's too doggone small. And I'm just dotting the centers of my flowers with a gold gel pen. I see a leaf. And a rock that did not get colored. I'm not sure what that is. I'm pretty sure that should be a stone, but almost kind of looks like water too, so I think we're going to do this one as a stone, and then that is the water above it. So I was watching Miss View's live last night, or a replay of the live last night, and Miss View, just take your clear glitter gel pen and outline the letters, and you'll have your bling, baby. But I know what you're saying. I get it. You don't want to have to do that. I understand. Let's see if we can do a almost like a monarch caterpillar. Now I just grabbed an Arteza pen, not even thinking, or pencil, because that's what I have laying over here is Artezas. And I was using them in a different book. But they really like this paper too. You can't go wrong with Artezas, I'm telling you. These feel creamier on this paper than Prismas do. And that's what I'm doing everything else in is Prismas. Yep. As I said, I've always loved Arteza. Miss Ange is the one that got me started on pencils. Years and years and years ago, you guys. The first set of pencils I ever got, I mean, like good set of pencils, not like Crayolas, was from Miss Ange. And they were my Castle Arts. And then a couple months later, or a month later, I said, hey, if I wanted to graduate from my Castle Arts to a better pencil, what would I go to next? She said, oh, honey, I gotcha. I said, no, seriously, just tell me. She's like, no, I gotcha. So next thing I know, I had Artezas in the mail, sitting on my porch. And I've never ever went back and said that anything is above my Artezas. I love my Prismas. Don't get me wrong. Prismas are like the pencil. But Artezas are my king. Prismas are my queen. But Artezas are my king. They blend so nicely. They layer nicely. I don't think, to be honest, I'd have to like really go through my books. But I honestly don't know of a hi Sherry. Nice to see you, babe. I honestly don't think there's a paper that Artezas won't work on. Now, I'm not saying that they won't be difficult, but I am saying that they will always work on paper. I've never ran into an issue. In fact, let me see. I'm trying to think. The ones I'm using now, I would say 80% of them, because I can't remember, so that's why I'm just going with the 80. 80% of them are the originals that she sent me, because, not because I don't use them, but because they hold their, like if you sharpen it, it's gonna hold its shape or whatever you want to call it for a good bit before you have to go in and sharpen it again. And they're extremely pigmented. So I'm not exactly sure how all the scientific things work. I'm just telling you what my experience is. And I very sparingly I don't have to sharpen these a whole lot. And they're not hard. That's what I am. I love my Arteza expert. They had problems with their markers. A long time ago, they had problems with their markers. I don't know anything about their pencils. Now, when she sent me my pencils, I would say it was probably around 2016-ish, give or take. So Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. So I just need a tip. So I'm just gonna put me on a tip. Sorry, I was thinking about something. I get engrossed in what I'm doing and how I want to do it. Okay. So now I want to. Do I want to do that? Do I do it? No, I don't think I do. Okay, so I want to take my clear jelly roll, clear glitter, right? Yep, that's what I started on. Okay, so I'm just going to do wings. Yeah, I do remember them having a problem with their markers. I've never heard of them having a problem with their pencils. But, you know, I don't stay up to date on everything either, so. So, yep, I would say Artesas are my king and Prismas are my queen. So, yeah. If you guys ever want to know, that's what I would say. If I say anything different a month from now, say, Kim, I thought. Because, yeah. I have several sets of pencils. And people always ask me, well, how does that one work? Well, how does that one work? Well, unless I'm using it at the time, I couldn't tell you because I can't remember. Let's do... And I'm going to use my Arteza Black because I like it better than I like the Prisma Black, which is what I just used. And then I remembered why I like the Arteza Black better than the Prisma Black. It goes on smoother and it goes on darker. Okay. And where did I put it? Where did I put it? Try yet. Yep, they do. And there is the glitter wings. And then the little monarch body. Which I am going to put an eyeball on this caterpillar because it doesn't have one and I don't like that. It's just kind of creeping me out. There. This one too. I don't like things that don't have eyeballs on them. Yeah, I remember everybody screaming and hollering about going into their books and like 4 or 5 pages being yellowed because it went through. But you know, I didn't have a set of the Arteza ones. I'm trying to think of what set it was that I had. I don't know. It was an off-brand one. But it yellowed. I went through my books a couple years later and it yellowed some of them. Yep, it did. It did. Okay, now that I did the caterpillar, I'm thinking this needs just a little tiny bit of color. I can't believe we've been on here an hour and a half, you guys. It's like, what? It sure don't seem like it took me no hour and a half to do a caterpillar or a few flowers and a tiny bit of water. Okay, I want to stay on this side. So let's do a hummingbird fishy. A hummingbird fishy. I am using my handheld so I don't blow you guys' ears out. See how that works. I love M&R sharpeners. What? See how dull that is? Look at that. I don't want that color. I'll use this one of the prismas. And yes, I do mix my pencils. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to look because I don't see why they wouldn't still make the pencils. Does anybody know if that's, is that really how it works? They're not making pencils anymore? And I'm not calling anybody, a liar or whatever, but I just want to make sure before my channel says that that's what's really happening. Is Arteza not making their pencils anymore? That would be sad. Now I know color it isn't doing pencils anymore. All right, that actually looks really, really good. And maybe we'll do this one turquoise and just opposite of this one. So we'll do it. Oh, I need a sharp point. Ain't no way. You know what? I'm going to do it with a dull. Much better. Oh, your color it. That's what Ange told me a long time ago. She said they sucked. I love their gel pens, but I never had their pencils. But I heard they were really bad. Huh. Okay, so um I think my personal opinion, and it's just my personal opinion, I think companies that make pencils should stick with pencils. Companies that make markers should stick with markers. Um, and same with gel pens and that type of thing. Um, just for the simple fact that it's kind of like a restaurant. If you're a burger joint, stay a burger joint. Don't try to do like um, shrimp or seafood or something like really elegant. You're a burger joint. You know, it, when you focus on one thing and it works, stay focused on that, because when you start throwing other elements into it, that's when everything starts going to shit in handbag, because it's too much. Have two or three things on your menu, that you're really like famous for, that's super, super good, and stick with it. Don't try to make it better. Don't try to outdo yourself and come up with another one. Just stay with the one you did. Why does everything got to be new and improved, or people always trying to make things better? If we like it and we keep coming back, leave it alone. I don't think they make color pencils anymore, sis. I'm pretty sure they stopped a couple of years ago. Right. We have two little pretty birds. One that's purple, blue, and turquoise, and one that's turquoise, purple, and blue. Only because I'm running out of color idea, you guys. I think I'm going to do like one more thing on here, and then I think I'm going to call it, because I'm running out of color ideas, and until I see that again, I don't know. I'm just going to call the book, not the stream. So let's see if we can make this look something like water. I'm assuming it's all going to be dark right within here. I'm back to using Prismas. Just because I don't have any blue taken out of my Artesis and I don't feel like going and pulling any. So we'll just mix and match, you guys. Mix and match. I am not sure how to do the drops. So we're gonna kind of wing it because the first time I've ever done like a fountain like this. I don't recall ever doing another one or one before this. I did like sort of like a sand thing, but it was coming out of books. It wasn't coming out of a fountain. And it was kind of geared towards the desert, and it was in her other book. Pretty sure it was in Enchanted Earth. I'll show it to you in a minute. So I'm thinking with the raindrops, I think I'm going to put just a little bit of blue in there. And then maybe stick some glaze gel pen. Is what I'm thinking. At least I'll get my fountain done today. This is going to be a work in progress. Hi, Cat. You too, honey. Thanks for coming over. Okay, this has got 2 lips to it, so we're going to do this lip dark. And then this lip, I want to do gold. Okay, so that's that. And just a little bit of this color. And back with this color. not coming out the way I wanted to. But that's alright. It still looks cool. I think it needs a little bit more of this color. I think it's too dark. Okay. So we have the tree. I swear that man just never stops. Sometimes he just drives me insane. But I also get it. But it doesn't mean it can't drive me insane. Kind of doing my tree like I do hair, kind of like flicking it or whatever you wanted to say, because trees have lines. You know, they're not smooth. I see the chat moving out of the corner of my eye. Hang on, guys. Either that or it's my hand moving. Something's moving out of the corner of my eye. Well, yeah. They like tuna. Tuna's like their favorite. Darken up this green just a little. Now that I did the water, it's kind of light. Okay, okay. Good. It's good, it's good, it's good. I need a cigarette, you guys. It's been 2 hours. I deserve one. Okay, so I'm going to say, this is just kind of my thought, is it looks like these water things are going right into the bucket or into the fountain right here. So I'm thinking that this one isn't. This one's. Oh, Kim, pay attention to what you're doing. This one's going down into the water. That's all right. White Posca's gonna go over there, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. So like this one, and this one is going into the fountain. So I'm thinking that it's actually watering the tree. I don't know. Or the flowers. I don't really know. I'm assuming this is tree all the way up. But hell, this is bigger than that. So I don't know. I'm just going to color it and stop thinking about it. Because honestly, I'm not getting it. It's hard to make color placement decisions. I get it. What are you coloring in, Kim? We're going to go with the... Oh, Symphony of Cute Animals. I like that book. I like it. I like it. I like it. We're going to put that there. And we are going to... Hold on. Okay, it's the same color. I don't want that one. And I don't want that one. Do I want this one? Yep, that's the one I want. It's a pretty book. I haven't colored a lot in it, but it's a pretty book. I have my thought on this one. I'm not sure it's going to work, so just kind of bear with me. Don't know till we try, right? Oh, my hand's jumping. I hate when that happens. All right, a little odd, a little odd. Watch your ears. I don't think this is the color I wanted, but that's all right. I think that's why it's off a little bit. I will salvage it, you guys. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. A little weird looking, but also a little different. I never use a color palette, as you can tell. Because I just made like the world's ugliest little dude. But it's fun. Making ugly little dudes. So yeah. See my ugly little dude. I shouldn't even show that because it's like really bad. It's really bad. Sorry, what did you say? Science experiment? Alright, let's do its wings. See what we come up with that. Let's do, I'm thinking Let's do the lighter color in the center. And do Sorry, guys. Just trying to figure out how to save my mess. Even though Miss Kim S. is saying it's cute, she's a sweetheart because I think it's kind of scary. Again, I'm going to go with this in the center. This stupid piece of paper is starting to irritate me. think that was going to roll off the table. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to say that my husband came in here and wanted to try to color for the very first time. And that he did this one. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you, you guys. You guys are way too kind. Alright, so there's the wings. Can you guys see? Hold on, there's the glitter. I tilted the right way. That's my ugly little critter. We got orange. We got funky pink and green, yellow. We got purple. Let's do. I got one lonely little blue flower. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to do the birds all in the same color. Like, alternate them, but so they don't all look the same. But, like, let's do this one. So I don't really want these shaded because I don't think I just don't. I don't know why. It's hard to tell you. Okay, so I'm gonna do. I do all little bits and bobs. The dark purple. And then I'm going to go in with the lighter blue. And color over it. I take a funny way of getting to things, but it eventually gets there sometimes. It didn't with the little ugly critter, but we're okay with that. Today I think it's just going to be one of those days where nothing turns out the way that I want it to. So. We're just going to go with it. It's going to be what it's going to be. Right? Right. Bye, Kim. Have a good one. Oh, thank you. You're a sweetheart. Greatly appreciated. This is why I go through a lot of Posca, you guys. I don't do anything without putting like Posca on my pictures. husk, it just makes everything pop. Oh, I hate when my flipping hand jerks like that. I just want to put a little bit right here. I don't want a lot, just a little. Okay, there's one. I have 3 more to go. Alright, guys. I've been on 2.5 hours, and I have totally just like, yeah, went super crazy with my my coloring. These are all prisms. Yeah, prisms. Okay, I'm not putting away those because I'm working on another picture. Prism. Prism. That's where that one was. I was hiding. I was looking for that one. See, it gets mixed up in the other pencils. Okay. So these ones I'm going to leave out because that's the color of the birds. And I still got 3 more to go. That's my coloring for today. Yeah, not great, not fantastic, but you know, it is kind of. See if we can make it bigger. Nope. Take it down. There you go. All right. Whew, it's a little crooked, huh? Yeah, my camera's crooked. That's all right. I'll just tilt the book and make it look straight, right? All right, you guys. I'm gonna go spend some time with my old man, and I shall be back on Wednesday. But you know, I'll probably, I don't know, probably Wednesday. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I greatly appreciate it. And love you, sis. Talk soon. And thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.